Alrighty, we're getting back on the road here in Haleiwa Town, leaving the North Shore Marketplace, turning right, and we'll head home. Here's where you can buy all kinds of shell things, conch shells, which for a while at least, were illegal to buy and sell. I don't know if they still are or not, but they got them out there for you. This little town has built up over the years to twice as big, maybe 3 times as big as what it used to be. Used to be a little sleepy little hippie town, and tourism has come in and brought a lot of jobs and money, so that's good, but it has its other side of the coin too, right? Okay, start to get ourselves going home. Okay. Leaving Haleiwa Town now. Boy, the water's at the beach here to the left of me. Looking really nice. Beautiful. They have a tendency to have a lot of hammerheads out here. So, I don't know if I'd be putting my wading out into that. What we call going out the country. Oh, we got a green light. Hang on. Let's see if we can catch it too. How you doing over there in the passenger seat? Got your seatbelt on? I can get a ticket if you don't. Alrighty. I may have to cut a lot of this out. It might be just too boring for words. We'll see. If you were actually riding in the car, it's very relaxing. Like if you tend to be stressed out and have anxiety over stuff, you just get in the car and ride out here in the country, and it just makes your energy shift, and you just feel so relaxed. It's really nice. I'm going to drink some of my cold water. I had water in one of my mini bottles, and it was not the kind of bottle, though. Like my flask is double insulated, vacuum sealed, I don't know what kind of stainless steel or whatever. This is just my T-Mobile plastic glass that I got one Tuesday for my T-Mobile benefits. And so my water was all warm, and when I got my smoothie, I had them dump a bunch of their crushed ice in it. Ooh, so it's nice and deliciously cool now. Over here on the right-hand side of you is Kanaloa Ranch. Boy, they decided to stop really fast. Traffic jam. I better drink my water sparingly if it's going to be like this all the way back up to Kaneohe town. Oh my goodness. Up here is where people like to, oh, there's a surfer out there, park illegally and go to the left, and there's a lot of green sea turtles that like to hang out in this area. I guess since we got all these tourists, we should have a little Hawaiian music to make it seem right, huh? Well, the signal's not coming across the mountains very well. It is 12 o'clock, well, actually 4 minutes past noon in Hawaiian time. Construction traffic ahead. Oh, joy. Well, I guess there's no signal for the radio today. My eyes peeled. It's hard when you've lived here for what seems to be your entire life, and so much of this stuff is, you know, you've become blasé about it. You don't even notice how special and beautiful it is half the time. So I'm trying to keep my eyes fresh, as if, what if I was one of you that haven't been here before? I'm trying to keep my eyes onto what would seem really wonderful to be able to see. But it is challenging. Waimea. Now, in the Big Island, there's a Waimea too, so... If you ever come over and you come up to where you ride the bus up, you can go to this, they got the farmer's market today. Oh no, yeah, Thursdays, 2 to 7. Waimea Valley. It's a nice little place to hike around, and there's a pool at the end of a waterfall. I think it's kind of pricey to go in, so I would check on their website ahead of time and see if you decide that you want to spend that kind of cash to go hang out. And there's lots and lots of walking, so if walking is hard for you, understand that's why I haven't been there for a while. I'd have to push my walker around that's got the seat so I could sit occasionally and take a load off of my legs. My varicose veins are kind of talking to me right now from all the sitting I've been doing this morning in the car. They're saying get home and stretch out on the bed for half an hour. Varicose veins are kind of funny things. Not funny haha, but funny weird. They don't like any one specific position. If you're standing too long, they don't like it. If you're sitting too long, they don't like it. They seem to be okay with laying down a long time, but if I do that, then my hip hurts. So... if it's not one thing, it's another thing. Hey, one of my favorite movies is Joe versus the Volcano. It's a very old Tom Hanks movie. If you ever watch that, towards the tail end, you'll hear, what's her name? Now, I know her name as well as I know my own. She was in IQ... Sleepless in Seattle. Okay, one of you guys out there listening to me, shout out her name so that I can catch it. Oh my goodness, that really bothers me. She's just adorable. Well, I think she's had some plastic surgery in her face, and now that she's gotten older and she's done that, not quite as cute as she used to be when she was young. Oh, what is her name? Blankety blank blank. At any rate, she says to Tom Hanks' character, she goes, "There's just always going to be something with you, isn't there?" And he laughs and shrugs his shoulders and goes, "Well, yeah." That's me. Poor Dennis. There's just always going to be something with me. I'm always dropping stuff. I'm always losing stuff. I'm always getting frustrated at myself. I have a very little patience with myself. You might find that hard to believe because I have a lot of patience with other people. But when it comes to myself, I have very little room for patience with myself. Okay, we navigated that traffic zone pretty well. How you doing over there? I see you're wobbling a little bit. I wonder what I should have for lunch. My oh my, there's a lot of potholes in this street. To the right, there's going to be Ted's Bakery, the famous Ted's Bakery that makes all the luscious pies. That's the pie that I was holding when I fell down and broke my leg. Those of you that haven't heard that story should look it up. It's down in my list of stories. And when I was in the emergency room, they were like, "Oh no, not Ted's pie. What happened to it when you fell?" That was so funny. I'm like, well, it was still in the plastic container, and fortunately it landed, it went flying through the air and it landed topside up. So it was all in one piece, it's all cool. And they go, "Oh, thank goodness." These Ted's pies are greatly loved by the local people. And by moi. I like their chocolate pie the best. Now, some people like the chocolate haupia. It's got like a layer of chocolate pudding on the bottom, and then it's on top of that is haupia, which is coconut. So, like a coconut pudding on top. And I like haupia by itself. I love it by itself. But I don't care with it to be with the chocolate for some reason. Anyhow, they have all flavors. And they make cakes and they make pastries. Please don't pull out and smash into my car. When Rachel was in 8th grade, I was picking her and her girlfriends up. We were in an old Volvo, the kind that are made with the heavy-duty metal and are built like a tank. And one lady that was going the opposite direction, she turned and gunned her car, and she ran right into my driver's side front end, effectively totaling my car. But not one of us had a bruise or a scrape or anything, even though it totaled my car. That's how wonderful those old Volvos are. And I was so sad when the insurance company said, "Here's your money, but you have to surrender the car because it's totaled." I was like, oh no, this is one great car. Of course, the gas mileage wasn't great because it was heavy and it was big. It got maybe 8 miles a gallon or something stupid like that. So, let's see what my gas mileage is right now. 39 miles per gallon since we filled up this morning. Isn't that crazy good? I love how these newer cars, you just push the button and it's done all the math for you, and it just tells you. Well, we just went past Pipeline. Oh, Sunset Beach. Sunset Beach, sorry. I'm getting kind of hungry. I wonder what I should get for lunch. I'll tell you what, I had to, I was not, oh, here's Ted's. Let's see if it's busy. Not too busy. I've seen it worse. Let's let some of these people out. Oh wow, there's a great parking spot right there. I think I'm going to back in though. That way, when it's time to leave, I'll be all ready to go. If I get in there a little bit close to his car, and No, I was going to say maybe another car could park next to me, but we cannot. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Get some money out. And then maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll see if we can sneak some pictures in there. Okay? I'll try to be very stealth. Okay?
We're already having birthday cake.